Opportunity to meet all your number one stars when you're in Hollywood and I. And I met Ruler, you understand what I'm talking about, the man, you understand what I'm talking about, Sovereign's demise. Probably hit you quite hard on the grounds that you realize the person, right in light of the fact that that referred to him. As well as I artistically love cause at last. It keeps us separated, and it keeps individuals in power responsible for us. And we need to demonstrate, I feel, like the best entertainer, that I might have been a large number of fans will recollect Sovereign as an expert of funk, a sex image, and the maker of permanent hits like 1999. And when birds cry yet inside the music business, Ruler, who kicked the bucket in April 2016, at 57 was additionally an exploring, and in some cases, disputable boss for his privileges as a craftsman. During the 90s, he was in open clash with the music business, fighting the significant mark framework by composing the word slave on his cheek and changing his name to an unpronounceable glyph. Yet it just so happens the unbelievable vocalist was correct, and it is for similar reasons he felt that entertainer Jamie Foxx is currently battling for his life. It killed Ruler on the plane later, as the music world moved internet-based Sovereign, made in some cases confusing declarations about the web, and policed his music privileges so cautiously that the vast majority of his melodies were inaccessible on jukebox preparing administrations like Spotify, as well as on Pandora and YouTube. His moves were some of the time ridiculed as simple whimsy, yet he is presently viewed as an early supporter of the sort of trial and error and creative control that has turned into a fundamental device of the most groundbreaking pop stars. Attempting to walk something very similar of steps has left Fox out of commission, and he is uncertain when he will leave the clinic inside a couple of years. Subsequent to uncovering the business, Sovereign began engaging chronic drug use and wooed up dying because of a thought glut. It appears Fox is Hollywood's next casualty. The signs are so telling. If you have any desire to see his impact, you should simply see what's going on today, where you have Kanye West delivering a collection on various stages, and adding to it as he comes, or Drake saying, "You understand what, I have another record and I'm about to drop it," said Jimmy Jam, the maker, who was quite a while partner of Sovereign and a previous director of the Recording Foundation, the association that presents the Grammy Grants anticipated greatness from everyone in the main, perhaps chasing flawlessness, in spite of the fact that I never considered it appreciate that those kinds of things what the music business transformed into Jimmy Jam, added a ton of that, is straightforwardly connected with the creative liberties that Ruler was searching for Fox, who has been in the business, however long any semblance of Sovereign, or has been vocal on the issue of how dark performers are treated. Back in 2020, Sneak Homie and Jamie Foxx said that white men who do dominate inverters are dealt with better compared to individuals of color in America. They are among the nauseated and devastated VIPs, blowing up over the demise of George Floyd. I simply need to tell you I'm not Hollywood, I'm an individual. It is my occupation, yet the one thing I can see you is that I've been in nearness. I was there in LA when it was a Rodney Lord beating, and that's what I watched. And I said, man, well, addressing a group at San Francisco City Lobby, Fox got down on individuals from Hollywood who are getting effectively engaged with the development, remaining on the cutting edge, very much like Ruler did. And what I need to say regarding my Hollywood companions, you must get around here. He said to Cheers, you can't sit back, you can't tweet, you can message, you have to get over here. Fox proceeded to say he's even gotten messages from superstars requesting that he represent them. So many individuals are messaging Fox. Could you at any point advise them to quit doing this, Fox? Might you at any point advise them to quit doing that? He said, you let them know, you come out. You see what it does that mean? Every other person was reluctant to stand up as a result of the risks implied, yet Fox had the boldness, very much like Sovereign. Yet it appears he was causing his own downfall in the event that you at any point watch his meetings or follow him via virtual entertainment. you'd understand that Foxx has many anecdotes about his VIP experiences in Hollywood. And past, he's known for tossing insane gatherings at his home, which have highlighted visitors like Jay-Z, Kanye West, Pharrell P. Diddy. And that's just the beginning anyway, despite the fact that Foxx is typically the one welcoming stars to his home for a few fun the tables returned on him during a visit to Minneapolis, while their unbelievable performer Sovereign welcomed him to his Paisley Park bequest. I met him, interestingly, December 31st, 1998. Despite the fact that Foxx and his companions were living it up at Princess Corridor, things wound up getting tense. The Foundation grant-winning entertainer asked Ruler for a photograph, which was a difficult issue. Foxx had made a visit to Minneapolis quite a long while back, preceding Ruler's unforeseen demise. While he was there, he was welcomed to Sovereign's home by a strange figure. You reviewed the experience during a re-emerged 2017 meeting with Howard Harsh. I said, who's the youngster? Ruler additionally oak. So we go to Paisley Park, and it was insane. And they made them stand by, And it was like they had me in this white room. It was insane. We did a show in Minneapolis, and we strolled outside, and it was somewhat snowing. And it was this enormous shadowy figure in the rear entryway. Foxx said the secretive individual wound up stretching out an encouragement to Ruler's home, in spite of the fact that it took some time for Foxx to sort out who was welcoming him. They said, he needs to see you, Foxx reviewed. I said, who the youngster needs to see you? I said, who's the youngster? They said, Ruler. I said, okay, eager to meet Sovereign. Foxx and his companions advanced towards Sovereign's huge Paisley Park bequest anyway. They needed to sit tight in his home for a drawn-out time frame before he came down to welcome them. So we go to Paisley Park, and it was insane, Foxx said. And they made them pause. And it was like they had me in this white room. I said, I feel a little odd man, without help from anyone else, holding up that resembled 4 a.m. And I had all my comic companions with us. When Sovereign at last seemed he was wearing a curious troupe, as he was known to do, that king up canine. And he had a one-piece on like Dorothy Hamill. Foxx said, I purchased a suit with the boots on in it. So any place they were sewing him in this. Foxx was dazzled by like Sovereign's attractive features. When he at long last met him, as a matter of fact, Sovereign looked so great that Foxx thought about into perhaps of Hollywood's most lovely entertainer. He had his hair done, the most gorgeous man I'd at any point found in my life. Foxx said, me. And my home slices, like, this is pretty, he's beautiful. I mean, he is more appealing than Halle Berry. Despite the fact that things got going great for Foxx at Sovereign's home, things got ugly. When he requested a photograph, I requested an image. Foxx said, at whatever point I did. I simply realized Foxx attempted to snap a photo with Ruler on a modest dispensable camera, and Ruler was not satisfied. And it was the expendable camera Foxx fanned. I said, let me get that image. He says, I don't do those. It is accepted that it was during this gathering that Ruler asked Jamie Foxx to ascend in battle for the freedoms of dark specialists in Hollywood. You look for Sovereign. The key was consistently control his fight.